Does it lower?
Absolutely.
Nice. That's way better. Yours is so much higher than mine, though. Level the playing field. Oh, yeah. We got the bloopers already. Hey guys, Hunter from Mod Outdoors here.
I'm Bob from Backcountry Ridge Runners.
Now that our season is wound down, we're going to give you guys a quick recap of our opening day turkey hunt. Coming into this spring from last year's hunt, I decided to take a much more laid-back approach. Last year, the pressure was on for me to kill a bird to finalize my triple trophy, so I just kind of wanted to stay a little laid back this year, do some filming. So I said, hey Bob, how about I come on out and film you for a hunt?
Yep, I had a handful of birds on the property. Turkeys have been thick this year. We started the morning off real good, bright and early. Bearded hen out in the field.
I remember peeking out around the corner and I'm thinking to myself, how did that bird get there? She was right in front of us. She had to have walked right past us and we didn't even catch her.
Super cool bird. She's been around the farm for 4 or 5 years. Probably has about a 8-9 inch beard on her now.
Yep, I put her in the binoculars right away. It was still a little dark. I said, there's a bird right in front of us. It has a beard. It's almost like he knew. He knew it was that bearded hen.
15-20 minutes later, still before 6 a.m. we got birds coming out of the corner. Another hen showed up in the field. Tom was right behind it, and you know, you'll see in the video that, I mean, it was just basically on. That bird saw the decoys, shot right across the field, right in front of us, did everything right.
I've hunted quite a few times in a field over decoys. I've never had a bird just beeline for those decoys before. He wanted them.
Yeah, those Avian X HDR decoys, super realistic. He really thought those were live birds and came right in.
Came right in, half strut, those decoys just sealed the deal.
Got right out in front of us.
Textbook 20-yard shot, just sealed the deal.
Yep, it was on from there. Got bird down. After that, it was pretty quiet.
Yeah, except for the rain beating on the roof.
Yeah, we had some serious rain coming down. Kind of felt like almost the hunt was over.
Yeah, we were about done. I figured I'd let out one last set of calls. Took the glass call, made some yelps out the window. As I was sitting down, I thought I heard something. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm trying to go through that thought of what that sound was in my mind. And while I'm thinking about it, I saw your reaction to my reaction, and I'm like, he knows that I heard a bird. Oh. Yep,
and
it was super quiet, incredibly quiet. My first thought was, it's either a Jake or it's super far away. I mean, incredibly far away. I'm thinking he's on the neighbor's property. So I get binoculars and I'm scanning. You could kind of see some fields there. And I'm looking for him, and I'm thinking to myself, we're about out of time. You know, that bird is way out there. I put the binoculars down, and he's right there. He's about 125 yards out, and I'm like, whoa.
He's standing right on the farm road. Terrain on the farm made the bird sound like it was really far away.
This was such an interesting phenomenon, and it's got to be the terrain. I can't put a lot of sense to it, because we've all heard birds gobble before. We've heard hundreds, thousands of gobbles maybe. And chances are we've probably heard jakes gobble before. And I can remember some times when I've heard those half gobbles or those quiet gobbles come out of those like adolescent birds. And that's exactly what this sounded like. I'm thinking to myself, it's a jake.
I mean, it kind of instantaneously knew what he was gonna do. We were all set up for him.
Yeah, we knew he was coming down that road. It wraps right in front of our blind. I said, I know exactly where I got to set my gun up at. So I turned the camera, got it focused, got it running. I grabbed my Mossberg. I'm kneeling down there, aiming out the window, and I'm just waiting for him to come around the side of the blind. Can't quite see him at this time yet. I remember Bob's watching him, and I heard him gobble again. And I'm thinking, that's still quiet. It's still so quiet. And I'm thinking, it's a jake. Turned to Bob and I asked him, I said, it's a jake, isn't it? Because if it's a jake, I'm gonna let him go. It's opening day here, you know, we got lots of time, so I'm thinking it's probably a jake. So I said, it's a jake, isn't it, Bob?
I had the thing in the binoculars the whole time. I had a good feeling which bird it was. He's been on the property for a handful of years now, and I'm like, that is no jake. I was like, this is a wall hanger. This is a wall hanger for sure.
And transitioning mentally from I need to decide whether or not to shoot this bird to, oh my gosh, this is a once-in-a-lifetime bird. That was incredible. That was insane.
Yeah, he was coming down the road. I could see the hooks on the back of him. He was pretty wet. Yeah. So I was trying to see which bird it was because I had a feeling it was the double-bearded bird. Yep. He come right up onto the edge of the field, come right out onto the road, right where he expected him to come out.
Absolutely.
And it was game over.
Done. He popped up there on that path. He was a little further than I like to take him. He was right at the 50-yard mark, but that TSS did its job. I knew he was right in the camera frame. I said, he's there. Crosshairs were on him. Boom, and he dropped. Never took a step, never made a move. He was done for. And I remember walking up to him and seeing those beards, double beard, one 10-inch, one 6-inch. He had 1.5-inch spurs. He was even, after we dried him out some, we got him weighed. He weighed in right around the 22, 23 mark, somewhere right in there. And he ended up scoring just a touch shy of 80. He was right around 79.8. I'll probably never kill another bird like that again.
Super mature bird. Can't beat a turkey like that.
No, I couldn't have asked for more. And, you know, to double up at that.
Double up.
You know,
yeah, absolutely.
Doubling up is a feat in itself, and let alone to add a bird like that into the mix. Oh my goodness, what a mind-blowing hunt!
And I'm a turkey jinx.
You said that, you know, I'm the bad luck guy for turkeys.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time chasing birds, and that was only my second spring bird.
They can be tricky. They can be really tricky.
Yep. I've had all sorts of problems happen when birds come in, and things just never get to finish up. And to have not just one bird come in and do everything right, but to have two birds come in. I was heading out on a fishing trip that day, so time was limited. It's not like we were gonna hunt all day kind of deal. So
I remember we're sitting there taking pictures. In between pictures, he's getting ready for his fishing trip, and
yeah, I'm packing gear.
I'm sitting there with the hair dryers trying to dry off these birds because they are soaked, by the way. Yeah. I mean, that hunt went well beyond what you could have ever asked for a turkey hunt.
Yeah, that was such a cool hunt. One of the best opening days I've ever had.
Yeah, probably the best one I've ever had. I don't think I've ever had an opener that beats that one.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, Bob, thanks again for having me out here on your farm to hunt. It was an absolute pleasure, and man, I just could not have even imagined a better hunt for opening day, especially considering the rain.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
well, thanks again, Bob.
Yeah.
I look forward to doing it again someday.
Absolutely. I'm hoping next year.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's plan it right now. In the calendars.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. That'll do it for now.